In this video, I'll show you how to set up your Supabase account to prepare your vector database for n8n workflow integration to build AI agents RAG system. I will guide you through the setup process step by step. This video is part of a series where each episode delivers bite-sized, specific knowledge to help you on your n8n learning journey. I will refer back to this content often in the other videos. Before creating our vector database table, we need to determine the vector database dimension, which vary based on your choice of embedding model. Say for example, in some of my videos, I use Google Gemini as our AI model with the Gemini Embedding EXP0307 embedding model, which has 3072 dimensions. In some other videos, I use AWS Nova series as our AI model, which the embedding model name is Titan Multimodal Embedding Model G1, which has 122 dimensions. Many other embedding options are available, each with unique characteristics suited for different applications. These differences affect how well your AI model search through different types of data. To keep this video focused, I won't deep dive into detail. To start using Supabase Cloud Service, you can begin with their free tiers for testing and development with some limitations. You can then upgrade it to their paid versions for your production projects. Without further delays, let's start our setup for the Supabase and the vector database. First of all, we need a new workflow. Just create one new workflow. Click on the Add First step. Let's use a trigger manually. And then we can add a Supabase here. Supabase vector database store, and choose Add Documents to the vector store. Now, what we need to do is to create a new credentials for our vector database. Click on this. Now, let's go into Supabase. Head to the Supabase webpage with the URL supabase.com. And now we need to create a new account. Let's click on the Start Your Project, and then click on the Sign Up Now. You can provide your email address and provide a password and hit the Sign Up. Now the system will send you an email to confirm your email address. Just go and check your email. You need to wait a bit for the email. Sometimes you may want to check for the spam email. Here we go. I have the email received. You can click on this button to confirm your email. For me, I just copy it, copy the link, and open up a new tab and place it here, because my browser is not currently the default browser. Now I have a brand new account here, and the next things I need to do is to create a new project. Let me just refresh this page. Here we go. Create a new organization. Demo. Personal type is fine. We can start from the free tier and click the Create Organization. Now the next things I need to do is to create a new project. Again, I can call my project just Demo and provide a password to it. Make sure you remember your own password. Now you can choose a region to host your database. The best option is that it could be near to your n8n hosting region. Like for mine, I just put it in Sydney. create a project. Now I have a new project. The next things I need to do is to prepare a table for the vector database. We can come back to the n8n platform and then click on the Open Documents. Now, let's click on the Supabase Vector Store. And here we have a link called Quick Start for set up your vector store. Just click on it. We'll reach a document in the Supabase official site. Now, you can see there's a SQL statement here. We just copy it and go to your Supabase console. Let me just clear up some things. Okay, in your project, under your Supabase account, you highlight and click on the SQL editor in your menu. Now you place the SQL statement you just copy from the other document. We have one values need to change. As I've mentioned, we need to set this dimension, and this is the dimension of the vector you are going to use. It related to your chosen embedding model. For this demonstration, we will use Google Gemini, so I will use 3072. And here as well, there is 2 places you need to change. When the thing is ready, you just hit the Run button. Successful with no error. Now, we have a new table called Documents, and it is now empty. When we check the database, this is the schema of the document table. You can see we have ID, content, metadata, and embeddings. And the embedding is about the vector, and this is how the vector database works. Now, the next thing we need to do is to connect this vector database to our n8n platform. We need to go to the project settings and then go to the data API. Under the data API, there's a couple of things we need to set up our n8n. The first one is the URL. We copy the URL and then go to the n8n and place it right here. You can see this URL is just for your project. And we also need the secret key. And here it is the secret key. You can review this and do a copy. Of course, you don't want to publish this key. I will remove this key before I publish this video. Now I place my key here and save my credential. You can give it a better name like Supabase demo account. Basically, this is a project, so demo project. Save it. Now, the connection should be good now. The next things we need to set up is to choose the table. You can see the documents table we have just created is here. So the connection is very good now. Let's keep the other settings by default and go back to here. There's a couple of things we need to do in order to test this vector database. First of all, we need to set the embeddings. Click on here. We can choose the embeddings Google Gemini. You select your credential. If you haven't set up your credential yet, you can refer to this link and set up your Google Gemini account. In the model, we will choose the Gemini Embedding EXP 0307. And here we go. The next thing we need to set is on this document. What document we are going to set into the database? Let's choose the default data loader. And then we keep it JSON. We will need to provide some data in JSON format a moment later. Just keep it. It is fine. And then we need to provide a splitter. Just pick this characters text splitter and keep it as the default. And just put it. Now, what we have missed here is the knowledge base input for the embedding. We can add a setup the data here. We choose a active field set node here. And then we manually create some data for the embeddings. You can provide any data you want, but if you want to follow along, you can just Google some data. Just search for what's an agent in AI, n8n docs. In the first document, we just click on it and just grab some text here as our knowledge base. We put the key here, data, and the values is what? Let me just open it up real big, make it bigger. And this is the values we will put in. Here we go. So I click the test. Okay, so I have the data now for the embeddings. Now I can test the workflow, trying to embed some data into our vector database. Let's do a test. And you can see the things is running smooth. Let's check the vector database. We go back to our demo project and then click on the table editor. And within the documents table, you can see we have a row of data now. And this is the original content. And here we have some metadata. Okay, you can see some metadata. And finally, this is the embedding. It contains 3072 dimensions of the embeddings. You can see it's really long. So that's about it for the setup. And you can use your credential in the other project, connect to this vector database. So this is the end of this setup. If you like this kind of video, please feel free to subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video.